Mr. Chris Manuka. Mr. Chris, thank you so much for joining us. Quite an interesting headlines that we are picking from our dailies this morning. One of them, of course, is about the Edo elections, which is just about over a week from now, September 21 to be precise. And some of the headlines we're seeing are quite interesting. One of them says that one of the things that will play a role beyond the personalities of those who are the gubernatorial candidates is financial muscle.
Well, Charles, we started with the trading of blames on electoral violence. Though, as it is in the eyes of the world, is at the center stage, and whatever they make out of it, all the political bigwigs there, all eyes on them, and what they should recognize is that if they want elections in Edo State, everyone should stay off violence, because violence is not a monopoly of anybody. And of course, the Edo electorates are out. You trust them, you know they are hot. When they want things, they do it. So they are not even, Edo is not where you say somebody is pushing anybody to do anything. So if any politician stand on their way, they will push, they've done it before, and I'm sure they'll do it again. They know what they want in Edo. But when it comes to financial muscle, in Africa, it's just like that film that of Idi Amin. It's their culture. It's the culture of Africans. When you talk about policy in Nigeria, is money, first position, money, second, then money to fifth position. Before you talk about, is it Charles that we are seeing his poster on the walls? Is it Rito? Nobody bothers about that's the thing, and they have created that, which is totally abnormal. And you know, like the African proverb say, when it becomes a thing of struggle, only the wicked and people who do not have human mind wins. So they don't want it normal way, they bring in money. Remove money, Nigerians will vote the people they want. So they weaponize what you call poverty. If I make you poor, and then imagine Nigerians and people to insult Nigerian electorates with the cups of rice, 2 cups of rice, 1 useless cloth that will not last for 2 days. And some of them will go and print their uniforms that are advertising them, dash it to Nigerians to wear it to campaign for them for nothing. And after every 4 years, and that's all the last you see of them. I know my lecturer in the school described students who are recalcitrant, and after teaching them in university, they go vanish. He said they think the lecturers are commercial sex workers who you visit at your time. That's what Nigerian politicians take Nigerians as it is. They do is hot. Everybody is dying for them in the street. They push the youth, mobilize them with the weeds and weapons. After they ascend the throne, they will not be accessible again. So it's even high time Nigerian electorates will start learning their lessons.
Right, but
this money, they bring it.
Yeah.
There's a state in Nigeria, you know, if you bring money, 1 billion, 2 billion, 5 billion, they will chop it. At the last, they will go to polls and choose the electorate.
This is the issue. I mean, we even around the world, monies play an important role in an election. But this is quite different. We see a situation where people go to the polling units with monies to buy people's votes.
Literally.
I mean, it's not literally. It's official.
We have seen it. You vote. You go and show where you want to vote. You follow you. When you vote, come back, indicate where you voted, either with anything, and you collect your pay and go. Yeah, we have seen it. It has worked out in Nigeria, and everybody would think after doing that, you know why I blame Nigerians? After doing all this, you come back now, and you start saying fuel is 1,400 or 1,700. It won't work. You are buying back what you know. He said, whoever had used fake dollar to do Christmas, to celebrate Christmas for the mother-in-law, is what you have given, you take back. You lock yourself up in a room and went to do the other one. You stay back with that. When you enter, whatever you give yourself, you take. Nigerians are collecting money from politicians. Even some of them will line up. You think they've come to vote. After how much noise, they will go and start collecting 1,000 naira. And that means that even politicians insult us so much, they give you 1,000 naira, and that's the last you see of them after another 4 years. And this is exactly what is played out. In 2023 elections, we saw how beyond money, violence, people openly threaten people with guns, jackknives, and even silence people, and openly, nobody said anything. So, Nigeria, you have decided what you want in your own time, because the history said every generation, every country, every people, every group, every community, we decide what they want at any time, the type of politicians you want, governance you want, the type of economy, the type of priests, lawyers. Everybody is waiting in Nigeria now is what Nigeria created. And we are Nigerians. That's what we have paid for. And we are reaping it. There's nothing anybody will do for us. All this one we are breaking, unless we decide and said, we are tired of this, we want a total change, that is a real change, nothing will work out. Because some people will make noise. If somebody like me, you say, I'm talking like, if I step out here and somebody says, I beg, don't talk again, come and collect money. And I collect it. The next day, you just will see me asking me, are we talking from both sides of my... They say, Chris, say something. You have been saying something. And that's what has happened in Nigeria today. A lot of people were at the point. Occupied Nigeria. Where is Nigeria for them to occupy now? Maybe Nigeria has existed in the moon. Nobody's occupying Nigeria, and the fuel is 1,700 naira. And we are here talking. So we are deceiving ourselves, and I've said it many times. Nigeria have told themselves lies. So the same lies, Edo is not totally out of, Edo is part of Nigeria, one of the 36 states. So the lies that the 200 million Nigerians are telling themselves will trickle down to Edo, because Edo is connected. In fact, Edo is at the center of connection of Nigeria roads. So if you tell lies in Lagos, you pass through Edo, they will smell it. If you tell lies in Anambra, cross the river Niger, you enter Edo, they will take back. If you tell a lie in Port Harcourt, through Patani, it lands. So all the lies we are told ourselves will play out in Edo again. So don't expect anything less.
Okay, so
unless the Edo people say they want to make a difference this time, yeah.
All right, Chris, let's move to something else. The TUC president, or TUC, made a statement in UK saying that the arrest of Ajaero was an infringement of his human rights. But the presidency came out and denied the TUC's human rights abuse claims, says Nigeria is governed by law. Honestly, I want to hear your take on
this. The foreign community are meeting, and Nigeria is supposed to be represented. A seat is reserved, tagged Nigeria, in big international conference that are dealing with labor. Then the representative of Nigeria was stopped at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. All papers cleared and his destination known, his event is attending known. If Nigeria wanted to be what they be, you suspected something, it won't cost Nigeria nothing to follow up whether what he's going for. I mean, follow it up. You have been accusing him of treason and all manner of things. Some people, we have Nigerian embassy in the place where the man was supposed to attend the event. There are, what do you mean, things to follow him up and know whether he is actually what they think he is going for. And the people waited for Ajaero in the conference. And the organizers and the chairman, the world global chairman of the event had made the statement and referred to Nigeria. What you are saying is that the whole world will stop for Nigeria to jump out. And Nigeria has jumped out of global development. Nigeria has singled itself out to say, all these you're talking to Nigerians, the world has made their stand, and they say it is against all human rights. It's an abuse. So whatever you're telling us is like when we make a mistake here in the studio, the world is watching us, and you go back and say, me and you will start fighting. Any mistake we make here, people will see the world, and that's what they take. So you come back here and start fighting his cameraman, his chance that didn't prompt me very well, is whatever, I didn't sleep well. That is for you, and that's what Nigerians have done. Anything they're talking now is for them. The world has taken what impressions they are. There's a musician, Rod Stewart, he said, first cut is the deepest. Nigerians made the first cut. In the world eyes, is the deepest. Whatever you're making now is first mending, and it doesn't go nowhere. And don't worry, when Nigerians go, anywhere Nigerians go, the world are making statements against Nigeria for Nigeria to see that they don't want 1 cent in the eyes of because the government doesn't even regard the people. You prepare to go for the represent Nigeria at the event, they stop you and start talking and talk. You wouldn't have arrested them before. How many times have they invited the man? And when they give him a chaperone, escort him and make sure he did not jackpot. Is it that they want to jackpot, or is it that they're going to organize the treason that will invade Nigeria? I don't understand. Only the Nigerian president, much respected as Sorok, everywhere, all our eyes come from there. So whatever they think is right.
But do you think one of the reasons why they did not allow him go was because they were afraid of what he was going to say?
He won't go there. He's going on the event, and the event there was not the agenda. Nigeria was not an agenda in what he was going there. He's going there to say what policy rule the workers all over the world so that Nigeria will bring it home. If they say in that place that workers are not treated, he will come back here and say, I attended the conference, they say workers all over the world, not just Nigeria. Workers all over the world are not getting the best, but there are places where they get the worst. So they will be part of the agenda. So if Nigeria is afraid, they are not treating their workers very well. So you start stopping all the workers. All the ones who are jackpotting and going, they are all workers. They'll go there and still talk. Right. So stopping Ajaero from attending such conference has just brought to the bear that who is afraid of Ajaero, who is afraid of NLC, who is afraid of TUC. What is this? So the more you do this, you are playing out your incompetency.
It's quite shocking, really, given that we've seen these things play out over and over again. Buhari, in the last administration, before he was president, came out to protest against Goodluck Jonathan when price of fuel was
the occupied Nigeria, I remember.
Yeah, even Tinubu did the same.
Yeah.
This Bayo Onanuga that released the statements countering UK TUC also was among those who, fought. They were even members of Nadeko at some point, who fought the military. They fought against oppression, fought against retrogression, and fought against, the arrests and intimidation of journalists. It's unfortunate that they are the ones in power. Buhari just with a lot of right violation.
Charles, I like a background knowledge you're giving me about this. And I have already referred to it. I said some people occupied Nigeria. So where is Nigeria to occupy now? So is it clear case of somebody crossed the bridge and then look back and say, let the bridge break, nobody else crossed. But they forgot that there is still tomorrow. Whatever this present administration, in fact, the likes of Onanuga, I don't see any of them that have done the kind of job he's doing that have been appointed again ever in Nigeria. So he may probably be doing his last job. Because nobody with clear eyes will appoint him and say, you did well during Tinubu's regime. Come back and still do that job. So he should know, and that he is setting a precedent. And then one thing happened. The young man in Galale, Ajuri, resigned. And all stories, how can a young boy like that resign? And the whole Nigeria is making statement why he left. If the guy say he's living on health ground, and they are sure everything is in place, they will give him money to go and treat himself. He has served Nigeria very well. Everybody is making statement. Remember, it is a slave who sees where a fellow slave is being buried with just a spoon. They just dig ground with spoon and bury a fellow grave. Let him know that same fate awaits him. They will only use you and dump you. And you have made statement that will play out on your whole generation. If Bayo Onanuga dynasty will end today, let him just go on saying things. He has said so many things the whole Nigerians have spoken against. In the name of working for presidency, you don't even have limit for human dignity. You don't have any sense again in you. You don't see truth. You turn it upside down to please your principal. At the end of it all, the way we make our maths, we lie on it. Even Onanuga, we still lie, unless some of them has prepared their own maths outside. But they still math all the same because these things they do here, follow them. Some countries, after you finish, some of them are denied. So you see the countries they go to, it's not these big countries. They go to where nobody will remember them. Some of them have done this job and they would go into oblivion and go to so far countries. Is that what they want? So if you are, say A proverb in my place says, any man who has decided to sleep with an old woman and after that abuse the old woman, whatever hungered him before he going to the OC, we hunger him again. Let me put it that way. So whatever they are doing, you see, fly human physics on top of ceiling fan, one way or the other. The man who throws stone in the marketplace is the like my friend, good friend Onanoga, in the position of speaking for government. I'm sure they should look at him very well and show whether he's speaking very well for government. Because if I'm speaking, I think I'm working very well, but I'm just pulling you down with some of the statements I'm making. Then they should be removed. And we have the rumor that our dear president is going to shake his cabinet. So some of them might be doing their last job. And I'm sure there's no smoke without fire. So they can as well go ahead thinking they're pleased. The man they are pleasing saying all this is no. You know? If I give you money and you accepted it to go and kill your families, and then I will never bring you closer, because I know if I bring you closer, you will do the same to me. And that's some of them, what they didn't know. So good luck to all of you spokespersons of the government. Still say, turn it around, but we Nigerians have access to information. Some of us know the truth. No matter how you want to color it, truth is truth anywhere.
So an announcement was made that on the September 15th, Dangote was going to be able to give us his own price to fuel. But now we're seeing why NNPC may not lift Dangote petrol on Sunday. Fuel importers fear domestic production refines association. Everybody has been expecting this. I mean, everybody has been looking forward to that hope.
We have looked at it here for more than 1 month running. Dangote, NNPCL. I wonder where they are. Who made the NNPCL the spokesperson for Dangote refinery? That is the confusion we still have. And some of the statements they make, you see that they are protecting something we do not know. I woke up in my family this morning and my children were just saying, like, is NNPC, is Dangote refinery a unit of NNPC? Because we have not even, they've not allowed Dangote to speak. Before he could say, I've refined fuel, they now come out and say, they are pushing Dangote to export fuel so that we remain in status quo. Anybody who is afraid of Dangote refined product is not a friend of Nigeria. It's not a friend of me and you. Not about, I don't know, some Nigerians can still afford fuel at any price. Of course, we can see there are few cars on the street. Those are the ones who can still. Now, when you pick out the ones who can survive, and you need the one that is more in number, weigh them. Anybody who is fighting for, or who is stopping Dangote from refining his oil in Nigeria and selling it at the price is coming out because it's no more imported. So if you add the price of imported oil on Dangote, whatever minus it, that would be what Dangote should be selling to us. But these forces are playing out so that Dangote will export his oil. The same NNPCL will import back. At that time, we'll be buying a liter of oil in Nigeria, fuel in Nigeria, petrol, as somebody said, not even at 5,000 naira. We're here. Allow him. Let the market determine. Nigeria has a large market to consume even our oil, and the African countries have large market to take this oil. Allow him first, because my people say pepper will always be more in a mortar that is grounded. If I grind pepper, because of my lack of English, my knowledge of English in translation, I always feel better to give it first version. If Dangote refine oil in Nigeria, it will always be better for us to buy it at the price is coming out of it. And if they do not lift it, let them also buy oil tanker and go, because we know the location of oil. NNPC should not lift. We can lift oil by ourselves and sell in our downstream dispensing centers and sell it. If it comes down to 700, it's still better. It's high, but it's still better than nothing. But these forces, they are trying the patience of Nigerians, because as every day, people are dying. Right. The stress is too much. And I still wonder how you guys managed to come to work.
You don't want to
I
know.
started jogging. I started jogging. I started learning how to jog.
Okay.
I started carrying some.
I managed to jog halfway.
lightweight.
When it was, I know that I will miss the time you gave for it, so I have to hike an Okada. The Okada, the keke person now, even when I try to do halfway jogging, still charged at high price. It was more than what I used to pay all through, but now.
All right, Chris. So because of time, we'll have to go now.
know
It's that
that
time.
time.
Yes, it's that time. So thank you very
That's
much.
wonderful. I am
Thank you
happy
very
to
much for
be
coming
here.
in the studio with us this morning.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that's that on the newspaper headlines and review. We'll go for a short break. When we come back, we have more segments lined up for you.